Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll finally be making Rex Splode from Invincible. It took a while to make him since I felt like I didn't have the right body for it. I was initially gonna be using the movie Riddler body because of the jacket and all of that. But good thing I waited because the Mr. Terrific body fits it so much better in my opinion. Probably the biggest problem with this body is that the words on the sleeves and back are not painted, but they're actually part of the mold, so I had to carve it out and sand it quite a bit. The jacket is made of very soft rubber, so it is a nightmare to sand since it won't smoothen out. So I tried adding crazy glue to fill the writing, and I tried sanding it and it wasn't the greatest, so instead I just dremeled it. So here's what it looks like after dremeling it. Pretty rough, I'd say, so I just gently sanded it as much as I can with my finest sandpaper, and I'd say it wasn't perfect but good enough to cover up with paint. Now I'm just trimming the joints to prevent paint rub. I first trim as much as I can on the arms and legs, and for that one I use a blade since it's so much cleaner to do it. So play around with the figure and take note of the areas that rub a lot. It's usually the bicep swivel area by the elbow joint and the wrist joint. And then for the legs, it's the groin, inner thigh area, the knee joint, and the ankle joints. The knee and elbow joints I used to Dremel, so I sanded down till it didn't rub anymore. Also important is to sand or round out the sharp edges of the joints since it rubs quite a bit to the other parts. If you are taking all of it apart, I'd recommend putting the figure back before painting it. Main reason is that you'd need a lot of force and heat to push the pins back in, and it's just more likely to chip paint when putting it back together. Alright, now I'm airbrushing some matte varnish to help with paint adhesion. Since our colors are going to be yellow and orange, our base color will be light gray. As you know, yellow is a very tricky color to use, but if you use the right base color then it shouldn't be too bad. Just make sure you paint all the parts with it, otherwise you'll end up with different shades of yellow. For the yellow, I am using Golden So Flat Permanent Yellow, and as you can see it's very vibrant and I probably just did like 2 layers of it. Since Rex has a darker complexion, I did use a 1-to-1 ratio of the Vallejo Premium Flesh Tone and Dark Ochre. For the orange color, I used the Monument Hobbies Orange, and I just find it a little bit too light, so I added more red. So for that one, I added the So Flat Pyro Red. I could have airbrushed this one, but it was a little too much work to put tape on all of the yellow parts, so I just manually painted it. I probably did 2 layers of the orange, and it went pretty good. For the shoes and the straps, I did paint it with the Vallejo Premium Dark Ochre. I used the Vallejo Metal Colors White Aluminum for the sticks. Now I'm just adding the extra details, so I'm still using the Vallejo Dark Ochre, so I'm painting the straps and the gloves for this one. Alright, so we're now painting the head sculpt. So first I'm just painting the straps of the visor there. So I'm still using the dark ochre just so I have the same color. So when painting the faces, I do like to put my contrasts and my washes first. Especially the washes for the eyes, just so I have an outline. And then when painting the mouth and the gums, I actually started using the Citadel Blood Angels red, and then I just lather it up with the red on the mouth and the gum area, and then I just clean it up and add white for the teeth later on. I find that when painting the teeth, I find that it's easier to paint the gums first and then individually painting the white parts of the teeth later on. Yeah, just more control, and then at least you can still retain some of the redness of the gums. So for the 3D printed parts, the head sculpt I did use Resin SP64. For the clear visor and for the glowing sticks I did use WW123 Flaming Orange, I believe. And then for the belt I did use the F69 from Resin as well. Alright, so we're ready to assemble the figure. So before this one, again, I have used my Mr. Super Clear on all of the parts that I painted, and I probably waited about half a day or just let it dry overnight before I put it together. So yeah, check it out. There's gonna be more clips at the very end of the video. Alright, so here's the completed figure. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It got the sporty look that the source material has. Not really aiming for 100% accuracy, but I think it is good enough for my collection. And yeah, hopefully you find this helpful. See you in the next one.